So collocations are so important that when you know them in advance, you're gonna do it like this. So this way, whenever you make a mistake, you gotta write down collocation problem +1. At the end of the day, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, at the end of each day, you can count how many collocation problem mistakes you've done, how many grammatical problem mistakes you've done. Accordingly improve, accordingly work towards it, accordingly learn the collocation. So now you would know what to focus on. Okay, collocation I need to learn, or grammar I need to learn. If you don't have this data, simply practicing is not going to make sense. These 2 weeks, you're going to structure them correctly and do it diligently. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome power-packed video on PTE reading fill in the blanks, just 2 weeks improvement plan. Alright, so before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We have left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. I'll be there, we will be there to help you guide in the right direction. Alright, without further delay, let's straight away get into the video. Well, in this 2-week improvement plan, I would sincerely request you to give me at least 4 hours, because it's just hardly 2 weeks. If you can give me 4 hours, well and good. If you can give me more than 4 hours, also it's absolutely fine. 5 hours, 6 hours, but 4 hours minimum is what I would request everyone to give if you're following this 15-day or 2 weeks improvement plan. So in this 2 weeks improvement plan, what I'm gonna do in the day one, remember to pour in as much knowledge as possible. This has to be filled with a right amount of knowledge, isn't it? You need the grammar knowledge, you need the collocations. Basically, you need the approaches. There is, top-down approach, bottom-up approach, finding the clue approach, not interchanging the options, patience approach, and lot many things. So all this I've already clearly explained in 2-hour grammar full course video in the YouTube. The link in the description, you can have a look at it. First thing is to watch this, and also recently I made a 6-hour full course video which has all the things that you need. So these two, you finish it on the day one, which acts as a source of knowledge, source of approach, the information filling for the next set of days that you're going to march. Day 2 is where you actually understand where you stand. If this is the destination, or you're very near to it, or you're little far away from it, or you're very, very far away from it. So how do I know? How do I decide where I stand? The same 6-hour full course video, the first half is all about pouring the knowledge. The second half, I've given a test for, I think, more than 70-80 marks. It has got around 15-16 questions of reading fill in the blanks. Try doing it, finish it, and also listen to my explanation. You would know exactly where you stand. I would have told out of, let's say, 80, if you get 72, you are at 79. If you get 60, you are at 65. If you're well, within the range, then you're all ready for 65 or 79, but most probably you won't be there. You would be little lesser than that. So you would know how much more to focus, where to focus, why the marks went wrong, and lot of things. So day 1 and day 2 is like a grace period wherein you actually do some warm-up exercises to pour in the knowledge, require knowledge, and also understand where do I stand. After the day 2, day 3 is where the actual game begins. From day 3 to day 15 is where you will practice a lot. So where to practice, you can choose any websites with a number of questions you can practice, but the most important thing is you need to track down what kind of mistakes you're doing. What kind of mistakes? What do I mean by that? Well, yes, in reading fill in the blanks, a particular student would end up making different kinds of mistakes, and trust me, when you know them as to what kind of mistakes you're doing, you would not repeat them again, isn't it? There are different types of mistakes one does in reading fill in the blanks. The first one is vocabulary problem. Because of this, people would make a lot of mistakes. The second is finding the clue problem, meaning they don't even try to find the clue. As a result, they end up making mistakes. The third is they know everything, but answers are interchanged. Because of this, they end up getting very low scores in reading fill in the blanks. The fourth is grammar problem. A particular problem could have been solved very easily using grammar, but the person lacks the grammar. As a result, he would not or she would not be able to get the desired scores. The fifth mistake is the collocation problems. The person would not even know what collocations are, and because of which the person would not even think to do via collocations. The last one is the patience problem. 90% of the students belong to this category of the patience problem. Well, if you have this problem, then you have this habit of doing things a bit faster, you're rushing things. As a result, you conclusively fall into the trap. Now I'm going to give you some of the examples, make you do it and help you understand what kind of mistakes you're doing, where you stand. Do you have the problem in finding the clue kind of thing? Do you have a problem in grammar? Do you have a problem in collocation? Do you have a problem in this kind of mistakes or those kind of mistakes? So let's understand them. So this is what you are supposed to do from day 3 to day 15 when you practice. When you make a mistake, you're gonna note down, okay, this is collocation problem +1. When you made a mistake, you got a note on finding the clue, I missed it. Patience problem, I knew everything, but because of my own patience, I missed it. So when you track down like this would know, and trust me, the next set of questions, automatically the mistakes will come down. You gotta follow this. This is the right approach. This is the reality. So let's take a particular example over here. I will add a timer of 2.5 minutes. Try doing it in less than 2.5 minutes. Post that, I'm going to come back and show you the correct answers and help you understand what kind of mistakes or what kind of problems you're associated with. And then we will just write them down and then see how to proceed from there. Well, I really hope you have solved it. Now let's understand what kind of problems do you have, what kind of mistakes you're associated with. Legislative initiative. So many would end up writing insignificant legislative initiative. If you write that, then you have a grammar problem. You got to revise the article concept, because after A, I will not come. AEIOU will not come. The same way here remains insignificant if you have written. Then again you have grammar problem. Then you need to work on the article. So now you know what to work on. Accordingly you will do it. Simply randomly you will not practice. Well, the second thing, if you have written the reservation bill is a pivotal legislative initiative, let's see if this is what you have written. At addressing historical, see, at addressing a historical process, if A is not there, processes, this is pure grammar. Well, if you have not written inequities and have written sculptures, that means your grammar is good, but you have problem in the context. Finding the clue problem, that's exactly what I'm telling. When you have the problem in the context, meaning you have to read books, isn't it? Reservation bill, a bill is passed to address some problem, not sculpture. Inequities means something is not fair. As in, now we will come here, remains a dash at crucial tool. When something is very crucial, at is the opposite of it. This is pure grammar. If you're good in grammar, if you've found out that, okay, at is there, means you have to write the opposite. What is the opposite of crucial? It's something really, really important. This is a very crucial tool. At very much debatable or contentious. So that means 3 will be contentious, 1 will be pivotal. If you have interchanged it, that means you have classic problem of interchanging the options, because of which lot of people struggle. So now you know that you have interchanged the option. Now have a table interchanging the option +1 +1 +1. At the end of the day, just count how many options you have interchanged, how many times. That will give you a clue as to what your problem is. Mostly I'm making mistakes in interchanging the option problem. Mostly I'm making mistake in collocations. Mostly I'm making mistakes in grammar. When you know them accordingly, this will be very much active. This will be very much aware. This would know what to focus, how to focus, what not to do in the next set of questions. Give it a thought. All this is very, very important when you start doing things from day 3 to day 15. We'll take up another example. 3-minute timer on my bottom right. Try doing it, and once done, resume the video to understand what kind of mistakes you're doing, which, what kind of problem you're associated with. All right, let's understand what all mistakes people have done. The dash efforts, mostly people write the protected efforts, so rising efforts or raising efforts. Classic allocation problem. Effort gonna be always persistent. Great effort or persistent effort. If you have not written it, then collocation problems you have. That means you need to learn collocations. In our course, collocation itself is around 40-hour chapter. So collocations are so important that when you know them in advance, you're going to do it like this. So this way, whenever you make a mistake, you got to write down collocation problem +1. At the end of the day, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, at the end of each day, you're going to count how many collocation problem mistakes you've done, how many grammatical problem mistakes you've done. Accordingly improve, accordingly work towards it, accordingly learn the collocation. So now you would know what to focus on. Okay, collocation I need to learn. Oh, grammar I need to learn. If you don't have this data, simply practicing is not going to make sense. These 2 weeks, you're going to structure them correctly. and do it diligently. The persistent efforts. So now establishment of dash areas. People would write encroachment areas, collaborative areas. Remember, it's protected areas because this is finding the clue problem. Meaning, if you see biodiversity has led to conservation initiatives, one of the notable achievements, establishment of dash areas. If you continue, sanctuaries for endangered species. Sanctuary is a protected area. If you have not written sanctuary or the protected area, that means you're problem in the patients. You're not reading further. First thing. Second thing, you're very hesitant. You're not ready to find the clues. The clue is sanctuary, which lies after the plank. So now you know, I did not read further. Patient's problem, pick it up. Correct? That day, you would know patients you have problem with. The next day, your mind should revise all the mistakes. The next day, your agenda is to make sure you have that patience and do it with patience and love. So automatically that patient's problem will go down. So when you note it down like this, trust me, the things will become very, very simple. So protected areas is second one. Persistent effort is third one. Third one, again we have efforts. That means one more word is going to fit in, which is collaborative efforts. So first one should we write collaborative, or third one should we write collaborative? That's a collocation. Persistent effort. Collaborative effort is also collocation. Now what people end up doing? Interchange. That means you're interchanging the options. If you don't want to interchange, then you should have a solid understanding of what they've asked. Collaborative is between people, among. Collaboration is between someone. So here you have the word between. Collocation, proper usage of collocation. As a result, collaborative will come to 3. Persistent will remain for the first one. Hope you are getting it. So it's again patience. If you're not reading further, then most probably would interchange the options. Moving on. However, the dash of human activities into proper use of collocation, encroached into some area. You have a land, someone has trespassed, encroached into your property. What do? You know what to do. Encroachment into is a collocation, it's not nuisance into. People would end up writing nuisance. The nuisance of human activities. Patients probably, they don't want to read further, they don't want to find the clues. Then how the marks will come? Then note it down. Patient's problem +1. Collocation problem +1. Finding the clue problem +1. So when you keep noting down this way, the subconscious become very much aware. The next question, it will automatically be patient. It will automatically start looking for the clues. It will automatically start looking for right collocations. Give it a thought. This is the way you do it. Randomly practicing will give you mental satisfaction. Practicing with a structured outline will actually get you the real scores, isn't it? So encroachment into, additionally, dash awareness, proper collocation, raising the awareness. You're not rising the awareness. Rising is transitive, raising is intransitive. I think the vice versa, I'm not sure. Rising doesn't need an object. The sun rises, that's it. Sun rises, something else will not come. Rising is without an object. Raising, he raised his something, he raised his hand. Raise is to raise something. Rise means you yourself rise, the sun rises. Raising something, raising awareness is a classic collocation. Now last one, if you made mistakes, then trust me, you have problem in the grammar and you have definite problem in the collocations. So this way, from day 3 to day 15, wherever you go and practice in whichever website you want, note it down this way. Just give some time, you would automatically know what kind of mistakes you have done, what kind of problems you're associated with. It's just a matter of acceptance. You would know it, man. This is collocation problem, I missed it. Oh, this is grammar, I missed it here. Between is there, I missed it. Into is there. Encroachment of human activities, into, I missed it. Correct? Protected areas, clue, the next line, I missed it. You would know it. You don't be there every time. You would know it. When you note it down and know the mistakes, revise the mistakes that you've done, the next set of days will be very fruitful. Automatically, the mistakes start coming down. Well, day 3 to day 15 is what you're going to do this, but on top of this, you have to do at least 1 or 2 hours of reading activity. You can go to bbc.com, timesofindia.com, or any novel, any magazine, anything, whatever that you're interested in, whatever that your hands lay on, start reading. Automatically, your vocabulary problem, collocation problem, grammar problem gets fixed. Trust me on this. On top of this, you have to do a 15-minute, you have to play a game. Very easy, isn't it? when you play this particular game called dual and back, trust me, your IQ level improves. This is scientifically proved. Your logical reasoning improves. The way your mind works, the connection becomes much more faster because this game does it. Dual and back game, it's not very easy game to play. At a first glance, you may have to download the game and then read the instructions. If you're still not getting it, go to YouTube and search dual and back how to play. There's so many videos you can just rely on to understand how exactly the game has to be played and start doing it. And break my record. My record is n is equal to 6. Once you start playing, you would know what is n. N is levels, n is equal to 6. Means 6 things you need to keep in mind before doing on the 7th one. It's a nice game, and if you have kids, make sure they also play this game because this game is scientifically proved to enhance your well-being with respect to this. All these are really required. I'm telling you, if this is not required, I wouldn't have added this. Do it 15 minutes of dual and back, 1 or 2 hours of reading activity on top of the practice things that I told you. Keep a track of the things. Definitely in 2 weeks, there would be a great improvement one can expect. Alright, I really hope I've made an informative content. Well, if you think the same, like, share and subscribe and follow our channel for more updates. Fine guys, with this I'll park it here. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care, bye bye. Thanks much.